Yes, people, welcome back to another content video. John Sinclair TV back again this afternoon on a Sunday, and I've got a legend, a YouTube sensation, right? And he's got 25,000 subscribers as well. So big up to Adam Pearson. Big up to Adam.
Appreciate it, John. Thank you so much. You always know how to flatter me, so thank you for those comments.
Oh, bless you. Mate. Wow.
Thank you so much. Well done to yourself as well. I hope you're having a great afternoon. I think most Newcastle fans definitely will be today after the news that broke out last night.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. You know what? I'm so made up for you, Adam. I really am, because, you know, I know you had a tough time as well and sort of thing, like, you know, being a YouTuber, you're getting a lot of stick, and I think that's wrong. It's unfair. This is what you always wanted to do. It's a big, bold choice you made, leaving you need to come to be a YouTuber. And look, at the end of the day, you have done fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Cheers, John. But it's just one of those things that happens to everyone, really. Everyone's going to get hit. It's unfortunate how life is. Kenny's got to just laugh it off, really. And I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just happy with all the support I have been getting.
With you all the way, 110%, 110%. Guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then you know exactly what to do. Like, subscribe, share, and also if you like to super chat for a super chat or donation, you know exactly what to do. Give what you can. If you like to become a member, the link is on top of the chat as well. And also do join Adam's YouTube as well, just Adam's Pearson YT. Type it in and it just comes out straight away. Got a few comments as well before you go crack on a few. Good afternoon, all. Enjoy the show. Keep the comments respectfully. No all capital letters, please. And don't forget to click and subscribe, maybe join in too. Absolutely. Jules is watching the play this afternoon. Just give it a quick hello. So to think about made up transfers, course players gets wrong, a big sign. That's each to own. Big up to Louis, big up to Roy, big up to Now as well. He's one of the mods as well. Big up to Davey, hope you're okay. And now know exactly what to say. And big up to Jules, he's one of the mods as well. And there you go, got something to come to fly, but we'll get around to it. Keep it civil, absolutely right. So, Adam, so for those who don't know, what made you want to become a YouTuber full time? For the people that don't, I know why, but it's just the people that don't know.
Well, when I went full time, I was always thinking of going full time next year at the start of this season, but obviously with Steve Bruce still in charge and Mike Ashley still being the owner, it's a lot of time and effort to spend on people that didn't give 100% Newcastle. Let's be honest, I think everyone knows how depressing it was back then. I really did struggle, like, watching and going down to all the games week in, week out before the takeover, because there was just no ambition. We're losing every week. We looked at we're going to go down in the championship. There's no fight anyway. It was so frustrating to watch from the stands. So, yeah, it was quite tough. But once the takeover happened, I felt at that point anyway, I was about to go full time come the summer, and I felt like, you know what, that was a great opportunity to try and sort of bounce off it. And this is what I've been doing. I've been really happy how things have been going. I'm very happy with the choice I made.
Yeah. Also, I've got Stevie Jones saying hi to excellent John and Adam. Thank you very much, Stevie. Also got Gordon. I know he wants to come on, but not today, unfortunately, but it's going to come so far. I keep saying it's going to come. He asked me before. Big up to Now. Love your channel, Adam. Also watching your channel, mate. The only live chat before and while back, mate. Don't let it get to you. Laugh it off. They are just you, mate. Totally agree with what everything else we've been saying. Final toss, we know if you sign anyone yet. And also got Paul Gallant. Very good afternoon, John, Adam. Big up to you, my guy. Hope you're okay. Extra hi to Jules as well. And big up to Nal again, and Ifsan as well. Hello, Gordon, the legend. Big up to Brian. He's early today. He's always late. 2 favorites in one place. 2 favorites in the house. If I say hi to anyone else, guests of Greggy, who do hit the likes, subscribe, guests if you can, mate. That'd be amazing. Big up to I think that could be Ken, it could be. Big up to Rob as well, and big up to Nal again. Yeah, so that's fair enough. We'll talk about a bit of transfers as well. Before we talk about it, we talk about the end of the season. Your opinion, Adam. What do you think of the end of the season? I mean, we haven't won a game in 14 games. At the end of the season, we got to 11th. Would you be happy with 11th place?
Yes, 100%. I think I predicted Newcastle to finish 13th for the start of the season, so we've done better than what I predicted before the season even began. So the fact we went is winless in 14, then proceeded to have the third best points per game in the Premier League the second half of the season is just exceptional. I mean, the turnaround is just ridiculous. Imagine we had the full season of the takeover. I mean, God knows what could have happened. So, yeah, it's been amazing for Newcastle. 11th, I mean, you can't complain with 11th. It's ridiculously high for how poor we were in that first half of the year. So, yeah, it's good for Newcastle. And listen, all we had to do was stay up this season. We've done that now. Now we can focus on that summer transfer window and get us towards that good area next season. Now, I don't know how exactly people think Newcastle are going to do next season, but I'm confident that the owners will want a European spot, so a top 8. I'm not saying we're going to get it, but I do expect the owners to target the top 8.
Yeah, 100%. Arsenal could probably get 6 or 7 next season because these people are so serious. They haven't brought the club to be finishing mid-table every season. They want to compete. They want to have a good cut run. They want to have a go at the top 6 as well, which I believe we want to do. And big up to Terry D as well. Do hit the subscribe, Terry, for your first time. Thanks much indeed for saying hi to us both. Big up to Mason, by the way. Hope you're okay. It's raining in Rushcliffe. Nottingham has been the sun today. Wow, it's been overcast in Bristol today. Big up to Roy. Nice to have something to look forward to our club. I'll be happy whoever joins will only be better and better. I think you totally agree with the guy. Big up to Matt Fletcher. Do hit the subscribe, mate, if you can, Matt. That'd be fantastic. Big up to you as well. Rain in here. Yeah, all about the weather, isn't it? I think we'll get some if next season. That's from Louis. I have to go with you and push the top 4. Top 4? I mean,
I hope so.
Top 4. I'd take top 4 any time of the day, mate. I really would. And big up the Newcastle in Europe this season. Up the Saudi Mags. Steve, I love you, my guy. Really love you. Yeah, so, I mean, thing is, just for one win against Burnley, I think it's going to springboard our season. But if you look at the games we have watched, right, we played so well. I mean, look at the game against Arsenal at the end of the season. We had a go at these clubs as well. I mean, look, if you think about it, right, I mean, we haven't beaten top clubs, right, to turn of the year, but we've beaten teams around us as well, which is going to push on to the new season, Adam.
Oh, class. Arsenal's a big club, especially with them finishing just outside the top 4. The reason Arsenal didn't finish 4 is because of us. So, yeah, I'll definitely count Arsenal as a big club. I mean, we destroyed them, so that was an exceptional performance. Yes, we still do get battered in games against, obviously, like the likes of the Manchester City, those sort of matches. I think the Leicester one just before Christmas is a really bad loss, but every club's going to have bad losses. That's just how it is. We're not going to win every game, of course, we're not. No. But consistently, Newcastle will play well in the large majority of games, and we also beat all the teams around us, which is the most important part as well. And all that Newcastle got the next step now is just bringing in those players that will be able to help out our current team. We've still got areas in the pitch that do need to be improved, which is exactly what the transfer window is for. So Newcastle will spend big again, I believe, this summer. I'm confident we'll spend a similar amount of what we spent in January. And going forward, it's just massive for everyone, really, the projections of this club. I mean, every day you wake up now, I think I can speak on behalf of every Newcastle fan. It's just the buzz. There's a buzz everywhere you go. If you go to St James's Park, if you go God knows where, you just have a buzz being a Newcastle fan. I think, for example, I'm going on holiday actually on Tuesday. I'm going to be wearing my Newcastle top. I haven't got this fear anymore of wearing this club and getting the mick taken out of us. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And, I mean, just enjoy your summer. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be an extremely exciting time.
You know what, Adam? Everything you just said there, my guy, absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That is brilliant. I agree. I think Leeds look like be paying for Adama Traore from Wolves. We be linked to it as well, but I don't want him in my club. Look, he's just Usain Bolt in the cut, in my opinion. Could be wrong, sorry. And from this buongiorno, come stai? And that means how are you? Hope you okay. Newcastle's got against my club, Milan, for transfers. Let's see who gets Botman first. Do hit the subscribe button for me if you can, mate. That'd be fantastic. I mean, where do you think Botman would go to, Newcastle or Milan?
Oh, well, it's a tricky one to call at the minute because I think Milan are the favourites to get him at the minute, but another player that both clubs also want is Zaniolo, which was announced in the Sky Sports Italia yesterday. And it looks like AC Milan are going to just be odds on to get him. So if they get Zaniolo, then I think Newcastle have a higher chance of getting Botman because AC Milan have only got a set amount of money they can spend for an ongoing takeover crisis as well. So, I mean, the Champions League football is there for them, but Newcastle have been trying since January to get him. We've had obviously several talks with Amanda Stadion. It's something that, I mean, you never say never. I do stand by that Newcastle have got a decent chance of getting them. I think it's realistic, and if of course we continue to press and tell them why Newcastle is the more desirable place to go to, then Yeah, I think we've got a decent chance. I just think it's a bad time for Milan because that's Ibrahimovic getting injured as well. Meaning that got also saying no, a striker. So yeah, I think it's just poor time for AC Milan. I think Newcastle could take advantage of it.
Yeah, they already got Giroud, by the way, as well. He's 36 and he's been doing really well for them as well, by the way. And my guess is they still want to buy Gleison Bremer for Torino, right? Now, if they don't get Torino, if they lose out with Inter to get Bremer from Torino, then I think Milan will all go out and get Botman. But if they get Bremer, then I think for the first time, I'm going to say this, I think Botman will come to Newcastle if Milan gets Bremer for the Brazilian lad for Torino. So we'll see what happens on that one. So they know in a couple of years' time. Louis as well, big up to you. I think we can challenge Wolves, Arsenal, West Ham, Brighton next season. I mean, we can. I think probably finish above them next season. I really, really do. And who do you think will be our kit sponsors next season, Adam?
I still think it's going to be Fun 88. I think the switch would be made by now. Obviously, with kit sponsors, I don't know all the ins and outs. I'm not going to try and sound like an expert, but I do feel like that Fun 88 would be out the club by now if a new kit sponsor was to come in this early. I think it could happen during the season or obviously towards the end of the season, but I feel like the start of next season, the kits will still be Fun 88 as far as I'm aware, unless something drastic comes out. Then no, I don't think it's going to change, at least for now.
Wow. I mean, a lot of people's kicking off because it's going to be Fun 88. People were saying, I'm not going to buy the kits if it's going to be Fun 88. It's all weird, but it's each to their own. But I'll be disappointed if it's Fun 88, to be fair. But we're richest club of the world. I'm sure they can buy out the contract. Castoria I've got no problem with, but it's the main sponsor. It's going to be a problem. So, and people are saying they'd be quite happy playing without a sponsorship until they get a proper one in. So, we'll just have to wait and see. And just, I'm chilling at the moment. I'm chilling. If you can get 6 players, you can reach top 4, in my opinion. I tell you what, Paul, I love your confidence, mate, but we ain't getting top 4 this next season. There's no way. Yeah, in the future, yes, not this season. Lucas Paqueta is a Geordie. It hasn't just signed for us yet. They come on to in a bit. Any news which players are we being linked, lads? Now, we've been linked with Ekateki. The deal's been agreed. The guy wants to come for around 36 million quid. I'll make it, rising up to 40 million quid. I mean, who got Ekateki, Adam? I mean, would you have him through the door? He's only 19 years old, and a lot of people are saying that we shouldn't be getting 19-year-olds, yeah, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I think I would, to be honest. I know he hasn't played in the Premier League before, but his stats in league are very impressive. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I watch Ekateki on a weekly basis because I don't, but from what I've seen of him on YouTube and just his stats in general, it's exceptional for a 19-year-old. I think it is a bit of a gamble. I think, especially with Chris Wood last season, I felt like Newcastle would get a Premier League proven strike when they might go for someone else, but for now, though, I believe it would just be one striker, and obviously Ekateki is a deal done in principle. It's just one that Newcastle have been really wanting to get him in January. He didn't come in deadline day, and we went back from him again. So, yeah, I think all of our signings, to be honest, with the exception of Wood, which, let's be fair, was done on a release clause when we signed the last minute. So all the deals have actually sort of had a thought process about it and had time to think about it. I mean, all the signings have been good. So, I mean, if you want Ekateki, then go get Ekateki because he's someone that's going to surely make an impact in the team if obviously all our signings can do it. But I mean, for a 19-year-old, we can't have our sort of demands too high for him. I've got to feel a lot of people are going to want to score 10, 15 goals next season, but we've got to be realistic. I mean, he's just came in, he's come from France to England. It's going to be a massive change for someone his age. He needs time to settle in, but I think in the long term, it will be an exceptional signing. It'll be someone in a couple of years' time that will be our first choice striker, in my opinion. But obviously, I never watched him play before, so who knows? But yeah, I think he would be good, though.
I think Joel Lawrence will be the expert on that one as well. If I can get him on, sort of, I can tell him more about him, but you never know. Yeah, I mean, Ekateki, like you say, he's 19 years old. I mean, he needs time. You can't put pressure on the kids, do you know what I mean? But if he comes in, hits 20 goals a season with no pressure, cool. It'd be absolutely a hero. But it's going to take time to come to the Premier League. It's not an easy league to go straight in, but we'll see what he does. And I've got Effie Fifth once he comes to the door. Roy, things will start to pick up when transfer windows finally open. Have a feeling several deals is already in place, and everyone will see that the 60 mil was a smokescreen. I mean, I think they probably announce the signings when the window opens. I think with Aronson and Eriksson, Christensen, and Adama coming in will be a good team. I'm not sure we're going to get all of them, mate. I'm not sure. Eriksson probably want a Champions League team. I'm currently on holiday in Whitby, and most people are wearing Leeds shirts. Have a good holiday, Lou, by the way, mate. I really appreciate that. Afternoon, John and Adam. Hope we both well. I've got my favourite Guna as well. Big up to Lottie as well, by the way. I've been on the channel, she's been on mine. She is absolutely spot on. Love her to bits. And hope you're absolutely great. And good show yesterday as well. Yeah, I mean, and who's been your player of the season? That was easy to ask you. Who's your player of the season and why?
Well, the one who won it, Jordan, I think everyone's going to say Jordan. He is the most improved and the best. Once Eddie Howe came in, he just turned into a completely different player. Kieran Clark, red card against Norwich. We had to switch him into the centre midfield role eventually. And it's just his natural position now. I couldn't imagine him anywhere else. I wanted to centre mid. I know at times this season against Norwich, he played in the wing, but he's so good in the midfield. I think Jordan's biggest problem is his finishing. I don't think he's clinical at all. I think especially in front of goal, he just panics a lot, and his shots aren't the best for. And in midfield role, though, he's got that aerial threat, his passing ability. He's going in for tackles all the time. He's got that aggression, which I think he lacked under a previous manager. He has a bit of aggression to him now, which I really like. He's just exceptional. What do I say? He is honestly tingling on borderline world class. I can't believe I'm saying that, but he really is at the top of his game, and I honestly think he's starting to get a little bit closer to that Brazilian call. I think another season he actually could be in the Brazil team. He's been exceptional.
Yeah, I think if you look, you said about Brazilian lineup as well. You got Casemiro as well, and Fred from Man United. Dare I say it? But you also got that midfield's gonna be so tough to get in as well. But if Jolin gets into the Brazilian squad, I'll be made up for him because what he's done under Eddie Howe, it's been absolutely outstanding. He really has been outstanding. But I've got Bruno as well, player of the season. And the reason I'm saying he's come in, Joe Linton, it's definitely been improved, right? I'll give you that. He's improved. But Bruno, when he come in, made a difference. He scored 5 goals, right, since he's moved. He's supposed to be a CDM, and it looks like he's playing CAM. 5 goals, that ain't bad at all whatsoever. And that's not bad when you pay close to 40 million quid for the guy. Big up to Vincent, by the way, 2 lunches of the game. Called you a legend there, by the way. Big up to Raymond as well. Do hit the subscribe, mate. AC Milan will pull out. And the same with now as well, because AC pull out the bottom two, in my opinion. So, yeah, and Emil Kraft. I want to talk about Emil Kraft as well. I mean, under Eddie Howe, I mean, this guy, he has improved.
Yeah, I mean, he saved his own career this season, Emil Kraft. I don't think anyone wanted him at Newcastle. I think on the Steve Bruce, to be fair, before he eventually got sacked, I mean, I think it's Graham Jones' transition, actually. He was improving slightly. He wasn't great, but he was better than what he was last season when he was playing centre-half. And then eventually when Eddie Howe came, and again, that's what Eddie Howe does. He gets the best out of players that on the previous managers were crap. He just gets the best out of players that aren't the best, and you can take them to that next level. And that's why he's such a good manager. He's able to do this with our current players. So imagine when we actually sign good football players, which you already see in the likes of Trippier and Bruno. Players like just come in and just game changers. So with Kraft, I mean, he deserves to stay at this football club. He's got himself a future now. He'll be a great backup player to bring on if Trippier gets injured once again. He's just someone that's here to stay. Yeah, I'll definitely keep Kraft. I'm really happy with him. I'm looking forward to see what he does, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want to see more of him with Kraft. I just can't believe he's had this transformation. He's a player that I honestly thought was just finished at Newcastle. But yeah, I think he's shocked everyone, to be honest, and fair play to him.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I mean, Emil Kraft costs what, 4 million, 5 million quid. Watching Bologna, he used to got with the biggest waste of time, man. But he has improved. Big up to Jamie, by the way. Quick question. As AFCON held in June and July now, 2023, 25 are advertised so much as such. Do you think AFCON's is taking place in the summer? I know they started yesterday in the group stage to qualify.
I'm not too sure, actually. I haven't been watching the AFCON. I don't know how dangerous it would be playing this summer over in Africa. Like, I don't know. I don't really pay much attention to AFCON, to be honest. Like, apart from Newcastle, I don't actually watch any team at all. I didn't watch the England game yesterday because I just know that it was going to be crap, and it was. I don't watch anyone apart from Newcastle. I mean, when England are playing in the Euros and the World Cup, I watch them, but that's it. So I don't watch any other football, believe it or not.
Yeah, I mean, AFCON, don't watch that as much, but Douglas is the one to watch. He does a lot of watch-alongs, so they're big up to him, by the way. You could challenge Arsenal, depending on the signings made in the summer. I think you should be looking at Man United, if anything. I'm going to be honest, I think Ten Hag will do bits there Old Trafford next season. I know a lot of people think I'm laughing, but I think he's going to do bits there next season. I really, really do. Big up to Ian, by the way. I met Ian, by the way, with his son. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Family man. Loving the bits. Big up to you, by the way. Hope you're okay from Sports Trader. Big up to Majestic. Afternoon to everybody, basically. And got Rachel in the cut as well, one of the mods as well. Good afternoon to you. And I hope you're absolutely fine, Rachel, and having a fantastic day. Problem with Fun 88, you can't sell the shirts on Saudi. Do you think he's right?
I don't know. I haven't actually seen the legal laws of when Saudi Arabia regarding Newcastle shirts. Obviously, there's huge betting and gambling issues in Saudi Arabia, which is why the shirt's not great to go over there. But I think exactly, especially with the away kit next season, we know it's going to be Saudi colours with the white and green. It's going to be. I mean, it's set to be confirmed that it is going to be the kit next season. So I think that will branch out with Saudi Arabia. Obviously, I don't know about the legal laws about selling the shirt over there, but I mean, we are deliberately trying to promote shirts in Saudi Arabia, which will get us more revenue over there.
Yeah.
So, yes, once the new sponsors come in, I also expect them to be Saudi Arabia themed, and it's just going to be something going forward with football club. Personally, for me, I don't mind because it does benefit the club quite a bit. It will benefit us in a global brand. But obviously, our people might disagree with certain parts of it. But for me, though, as long as it benefits the football club, that's what I'm here for. And those things will, in fact, benefit us.
Yeah, absolutely. Good talk about the shirts as well. And just if you want to go through his comments and want to go for the good talk about the shirts as well, my opinion on it as well. Thoughts on news broke out on Saliba. It's now stay of Arsenal. Yeah, I've heard that as well. And currently for the transfer window to open, Terry, not on your mid. Evening, lads. I hope you're well up the good ass. That's from Russ. He's a Bruna as well. Definitely saying it's okay. And let's look at these comments as well, because this stream yard's a bit of a pain, by the way, at times. Poundlands can sponsor us for the short term until we get a sponsor, a Saudi sponsor. Poundland? Nah. Now, Leon has announced like a threat to as long as like it's it. Can you see Newcastle getting Paqueta? It's a possibility. Do you think they'll get Paqueta, by the way? I mean, 58 million is being quoted, and he's going to come, he's not going to come. Is it complicated? Do you think you're going to get him?
I think he definitely wants to come to Newcastle for sure. I think his trip to Newcastle was business related, even if he was going there just to see Bruno's wife. But I think there is more to it. There's always going to be more to that one. Now the problem with Bruno being is how much he's going to cost. We bought Bruno for about 45 million or something. Paqueta, I think, would be slightly more. I think it'd be about 50 million, and that's a lot of money to spend in a centre midfielder, especially when Newcastle need all positions: the left back, the striker, the centre half, backup goalkeeper. I think he will sign within the next couple of seasons, but I just don't think it's going to be this summer. If I'm being honest, I think it'll be next summer. That's when Newcastle will have a better chance going in for him. But I do think he will sign for Newcastle one day. His connections to Bruno are very strong, and Newcastle was a club on the up, whereas Lyon are not even qualified for European football. So, I mean, never say never this window, but personally for me, I think it's a bit of a stretch. But in the future years, I definitely do see him coming to Newcastle for sure.
Yeah. I have to agree. And if he does come, that'll be the end of John Joe Shelby. I'm pretty sure of that. But don't forget, Joe Willock's still at the club. I mean, I would not cut out Joe Willock, by the way, because I think he's going to be a cracking player. I really do. And let's get Seko Fofana. That's from Truls. And yeah, I'd love to have him as well. Big up to Graham, by the way. Hope you're okay. One of the members as well. People talk about top 4. We won't even get top 6. Every single won't be world class. And this process will take time. Top 10 has to be the target for next season. We finished 11th last season. I see where you're coming from, but we need to improve on 11th. Yeah, I believe you're going to get top 7, top 8. I really do, but we'll see what happens on that one. Big up to Del Boy. What's the crack? What's the bleeding store and everyone? You know what? I love your content, Del. Have you seen his content, Adam?
No, Del Boy. So.
Excuse me, he's absolutely fantastic, this guy. He's been on my channel once or twice. He's been absolutely fantastic. I watch it sometimes as well, by the way. And big up to now, all good, Rachel, my fellow mods. Looking forward to the show. Looking forward to next season at St. James's Park. Coming for several games. I'll be recording as well, Adam and John, for my YouTube channel. I hope that's the case. If we do get a chance to see you, mate, then cool, let's do it. Why permanent improvement? We need good strikers on mid-table, in my opinion. Well, we've been linked to Fit Osimhen as well for Napoli. They quoted 85 million quid, and Arsenal's pulled out apparently. And me, the chances of getting this guy, it's very, very no chance, to be fair, because yes, it's all about getting the money, but does he want to come to Newcastle? He wants to play in Champions League. And talking of that, Adam, do you think all these players do want to play in the Champions League, like Osimhen, Nunez, Christian Eriksen? They all want to play in the Champions League?
Yes, so the first two of them. I can't actually see Ericsson potentially not going to a Champions League club because, I mean, he doesn't really need to anymore. He's already proven everything in his career, and he's at that age now where he can't play week in, week out. We know this from his health condition there last year. He'll be such a good player at Newcastle. I really think he'd be someone that'd be great to bring on occasionally. He'd just be one of those players that will just take the dressing room to the next level. I don't know if Newcastle really are linked to Ericsson, but I think that's one we should be all over, to be honest. I mean, we'll see what club's going for him. But obviously, you might stay at Brentford, maybe in an extended year contract or something. I hope not, but he's an exceptional player. And to be honest, I think it's more of his choice now than going to a Champions League club. I don't think he'd be that fussed about it anymore.
No, I don't. I have to agree as well. But he also go there and see if he can win it for to try out his career sort of thing. He's 30, so I mean, I like Christian Eriksen, Adam. He is absolutely fantastic. It's absolute bar at him, 110%. Done some digging around them. Aramco sponsor. They are a Saudi oil and gas company. I think you know that, but thanks anyway. I think it's going to be class if Eddie settles him in like Adam's here. I agree with that one as well. If there's a law in place that gambling related sponsorship are banned, I think they are, Adam. All the gambling places in Saudi are banned.
Fair enough, then. No Newcastle shirt to one Saudi Arabia for the meantime. Obviously, that's going to be a big problem for the club.
Absolutely. Now I was chatting to Del Boy, and Vegas he said he wants to leave Burnley, and a loan or permanent could happen. Would you take him on a loan? Absolutely not. I wouldn't take him on loan. No chance. He's good at Volkswagen, but I just don't think he's good enough. Don't think we need someone who's going to be quick. He's sacking. He's not Osman. He's not. We need a fast player up front. Good afternoon to everyone in the room, by the way, and you too, my guy. What do you think of England yesterday, Adam? I mean, I'll tell you what I think of England yesterday. We were absolutely shocking. And if you're going to win the World Cup, we need to fix up very, very quick.
Well, it's the Southgate football. It's defensive, negative football. They're so used to it in Newcastle now that when you watch England play, you're kind of excited to watch them because it's a bit better than Newcastle. But now that Newcastle play quick, fluid football, and England's just terrible to watch now. I mean, no, I can't defend Southgate much, to be honest. He's just so negative with the way we play football. We don't attack teams at all. I know Hungary are all right because they actually have beaten quite a few good teams in the past year or so, but it's just terrible to watch. I don't watch England at all other than the major tournaments because I know that they're just boring games that we don't try. It's just terrible. I can't defend Southgate, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, though, he needs to be sat after the World Cup. I mean, get Graham Potter in. Get him in, yeah? Because at the end of the day, right, I mean, I watched that game yesterday. Why didn't Tam Abraham came on? Why didn't Chris Smalling being picked? Tomori, if he was, I think he was injured. Apparently, if he wasn't injured, why did he come and play? Do you know what I mean? But he just picks his favourites all the time. Pick players on form, eh? Nah. He just picks on reputation. That's all it is. Do you know what I mean? Or the FA must tell him who to pick. But that's another day. You're right, Adam, by the way. I'm just so bored of England at the minute. I really am. They can't play all the Champions Leagues. I think we get one tier striker. That's me. Big up to Sam, by the way. Need a clinical striker. That's what injured Poon. Now, who would that be? My first choice would Latu Osimhen, but we're not going to get him. But we have to get someone realistic, Adam. We have to get a striker who's going to be realistic. Preferably in the Premier League. He's going to get our scores. And who could that be?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because I don't think Newcastle are going for a second striker. I honestly think Ekiteke will be the only striker we will sign, which is, I think, will be a bit of a problem because Callum Wilson, we all know, is injury prone. Chris Wood hasn't really scored the goals. Dwight Gill is going to get sorted, let's be honest. He's going to get sorted this summer. And Ekiteke, he's also a player that we don't know how well he's going to do in the Premier League, how well he's going to settle in, and how quickly he's going to settle in. So it's going to be a bit concerning. I don't know who we could go for. I think a lot of strikers in today's games are just expensive. And the only strikers that can really get in that's like a decently valued striker just aren't going to improve on the ones we have. So I don't know. It's the best way to put it. I have no idea what we can get at the minute. I think once the window opens and players start moving elsewhere, then I think we get a better indication. But for now, it's a bit blurred on what sort of player we could bring in.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. But whoever it is, I'll back the player, by the way. No problem. Big up to Paul again. Ask Joe Walker for a price of 9-1 for a top four. Top four, 9-1.
No, wow. I wouldn't put a 10 on that, no. I think the odds need to be higher.
Absolutely higher. 9-1. would be like sort of like a Man United or Arsenal as well, but not for me. And Graham is he's just apologising to you, mate. Really called you a clickbait, that sort of thing. So he wants to apologise apparently.
But so I agree. It's your opinion. Obviously, if you think that made, then that's fine. But trust me, though, I'm going to make a video later on today about an actual clickbait. It's going to be an interesting watch. But yeah, I seen one Newcastle channel out there in particular that just talks utter garbage. So yeah, we'll make a video on that later on because it is quite hilarious. But yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're incorrect or you're right. But anything I do talk about, don't always have journalists reported on it. I don't outright sort of make out there. Always quote what other people say. So obviously, that's a problem you have. Then that's your opinion. You're entitled to it.
Well said, well said, well said. Got another half an hour to go, by the way. I know you're busy, but guys, if you like the video, like what you see, then please like, subscribe, and also if you think worth a super chat or donation, then you know exactly what to do. And if you like to become a member, then the link's on top of the chat, 99p a month every time. And Wilson's waiting for a call up. If England won scores, I think you have to go above Tammy Abraham, by the way. I think Jordan may have a chance of being an over-age player at the Olympics. That's quite a possibility, Jeff. That's quite a possibility. Big Joe's got to go to the World Cup if he carries on this form and play a ball-winning midfielder. I think Casemiro will have something to say about that. Big up to Andy, by the way. Thanks for coming on my show yesterday, mate. I really appreciate that. And DCL's never been a top goal scorer and has played well, but not top level, in my opinion. He'd be a realistic target, though, Adam, if it's DCL for Everton.
Well, obviously, the fact that everything's steered up, it's going to be a lot harder to bring players. And I think Leeds is a great example of the likes of Rafinha. I want like £90 million from, which is obviously just a ridiculous amount of money. But whereas if they went down, we could have got Rafinha for like something as low as like 10 to 15. So it's going to be a lot harder to bring players, and especially when teams stay up. And with Everton, I don't think I want any Everton players, to be honest, with the way they played last season. I think most of them never had the fighting until eventually the last few games. I mean, Dominic Calvert only had one really good season. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago now when he got double figures, but he's just not really getting the numbers you want to see from a striker that's heading towards his prime now. It's just, there's something not quite right there for him, so I wouldn't get him personally, but I mean, if we're desperate for a striker, then I don't think he's the worst choice ever.
Yeah, I have to agree, Alan, because look, he can play in the Premier League and he scored goals in the Premier League. And if he gets a service, then he's a canny finisher. But they probably ask for 50 million quid or something ridiculous, you know what I mean? But with Charleston, there's another striker. Yeah, he's frustrated, you know what I mean? He does cheat a lot. He's a great finisher, good mover, but I'm afraid he's just so frustrated. He just goes down too easily for us. And I'm not sure if Eddie Howe will accept that as a manager. There's no way. And it's great to see you two collaborate together. Two top lads. He takes a lot of shite, but stick to your guns. Ian, thanks so much indeed, mate. If Phil Ford is available, would you take it to Newcastle? 100%, but I can't see Pep selling many times to you. Can you, Adam?
No chance. No chance.
Absolutely no chance whatsoever. And even Jules can agree. Me and Tommy loves you too, man. Thank you so much. To share the love, the love, to share the love. No gammon allowed in South Africa. And Porto to Rachel. Also, no gammon sponsorship next season. That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's true.
And Man City wants 50 mil for Nathan Ake. Personally, I wouldn't take him for 2 reasons. Number one, he's too expensive. Number two, he has to play enough games at Man City. And that is the thing. I want a defender that's going to come in that has already played, like a Botman, like a Bamer. Do you know what I mean?
50 million for a bench room as a joke, like especially Ake. It's not like Bernardo Silva on the bench as Nathan Ake. I mean, he's a good player, but that's more than what Manchester City paid for him. Has he really been better than what the 40 million that Man City paid for him? He hasn't, has he? Yeah. So, I mean, he'd be good with Eddie Howe, but no. Maybe we could try and convince him on a loan potentially, but 50 million is just a joke. You wouldn't get 50 million for him.
Absolutely no chance. You can get John Stones for slightly cheaper, by the way, let's be real. But you know what it is? These football clubs, especially in the Premier League, they're only reason chocking because English as well. So the English clubs wants more money. So, yeah, it is what it is. But Nathan Ake, I know he's a good player, but I will not pay 50 mil. Definitely not. No way. Big up to Angry Larry, by the way. Don't get angry at us, by the way. I've just logged on. What have I missed? We missed half an hour, by the way. Just talking about transfers last season, etc. But do hit the subscribe button, my guy. If you can do that, that'd be fantastic. IDK, how much this is true? But according to a report, Fund 88 has become a sponsor with Villa. I didn't know that one.
I haven't heard anything about that one, so I wouldn't believe for now. Obviously, you've had to be a massive reports in it for me to start taking any interest.
Now, I'm going to touch on ASM as well. Really hope we can keep ASM, because if we don't get a new left winger, we are none who can take his place. ASM's been linked to Tottenham for 50 million quid, and that is true because it's on Football London. Alistair Gould as well, the editor, has done a report on it. And in your opinion, would you sell ASM to any club for 50 mil, or would you just give him one more season?
No, I wouldn't. No, I think you'd be much better with better players. I think a Premier League club is a massive no-no. If it was like a different league, then I might consider it more for 50 million, because that is a decent amount of money. But Newcastle aren't at the state anymore where we need to get this amount to buy someone, because we have the money now. We have that money at our disposal to spend. In the past, obviously, with Mike Ashley now, I probably would take 50 million for him, because that means we can try and get 3 or 4 players, and that will improve the squad. But with these new owners now, no, I would. The money just doesn't matter. It's whether we want to keep the player or not. And Simax, I think, would be better if you give him another season. However, though, if we give him another season and he's not performing, then his value will go down. So maybe in a year's time, he might come back and go, "Oh, we should have took the 50 million for him." But no, I'll be honest, I wouldn't personally sell him. I've been quite happy with him, especially the first half of the season. Although the second half, he's had a lot of missed games, but I think he would improve quite a bit once he gets some more players in, and he needs to improve really. Otherwise, Eddie Howe will be like, "Listen, see you later." So
yeah,
we're keeping out. I keep hold of him. We need a flair player on the team, and he's the player to do that. So for me, I would keep him.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep him as well. I mean, look, I've been flipping flopping this guy, but I'll give him one more season. He's one of our best players. Yes, he just said there we need better players around him. To get better players around, like a Diaby or a decent midfielder and a decent focal point up front, then I think ASM will shock a lot of people next season. I really do. And he does good work for the food bank with social media. He loves Newcastle United. He loves the fans. He understands our fans. And you know what? And I know you met him a couple of times, I'm sure, but I've seen on the photo as well, and he seems a decent guy.
He has got quite sound, actually. When I saw him at the Met with that, he does have like a pot of conversation with you. Yeah, he's just a sound bloke. But obviously, I can't have that on a player. I've got to judge the player and how he plays on the pitch. And trust me, if some Maxon has bad matches, then I will call him out for. I'm not going to just kiss his backside. I met him a couple of times. But he is lovely, though. You actually have a chance to speak with him. He is a sound guy. I think the media, especially with some journalists, can portray him as quite an egotistical player. But I don't think he is, to be honest. I think he's just a sound guy who just knows that he can do a good job on the pitch. And I think there's some comments he has made towards his teammates. Yes, it looks bad on him, but everyone makes mistakes. I'm not going to judge someone because they said something bad in the press towards his teams. I think he knows he said something bad there, and he will be working with the club to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well said. Well said. Well said. I mean, I'll definitely call him out as well if he doesn't perform as well, which are quite entitled to. I see Alex Ronaldo, as we mentioned, for Benfica. Would you take and look? He's a talented player, but he's got a bit of an attitude as well. I think he played for Roma as well, and they got rid of him as well. So, he's a left back, isn't he? He's a left back. I'd rather keep Target, by the way, yeah, or go for Lordi as well. I'd definitely go with Lordi, Atletico Madrid, but Grimaldo, I just don't think Baker's going to let him go. Almost 100 in the chat, smashed it, everyone's feet. I've got 107 people watching live. Please smash the likes. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Also subscribe to Adam's channel as well, which is Adam Pearson. And it'd be absolutely made up if you can do that for us. Thank you so much indeed. You 100% need to pull off a coup at the guest and get Lee Gunner and Lee Judges on the show and Don Rory. John Fire. I'd love to get one of those three on. Any of those three, by the way, I'll get on, yeah? But who will that be? You never know. Maybe the reason the sponsorship is taking so long is because they're paying for it off so they can put on Saudi sponsors so they can sell the shirts in Saudi. And talking about shirts as well, you're going to get one, Adam. You're going to get a Saudi shirts.
I will buy the Newcastle kits, yes. I know some people have an objection to that, but obviously, in order for these kits to be out, Newcastle will have to approve the kits. And Newcastle want you to buy those kits. And I'm just going to do it because Newcastle obviously want to sell their shirts. And I think Newcastle will go over to Saudi Arabia again towards the end of the year, just before the World Cup's on. And I think Newcastle will have matches in stadiums there. So I might potentially make the trip all the way down to Saudi Arabia. So we'll see what happens. But yes, I will buy the kit to answer your question, regardless of what people think. I mean, again, benefits the club, so I will do everything in order to help the club out.
Absolutely. Now's telling the same thing. Do smash it. Thanks, now. They can't all play in the Champions League. So I think we'll get one top-tier striker. I hope that is the case. Yeah, I'm going to get a shirt as well. I'm definitely get the green and white one, yeah, and I'm going to wear it with absolutely pride, whether they like it or not. Need a clear-call striker. That's not injury prone. Now who that can be. I will say fit to Osimhen, but it's down to the money. But if we're desperate, then we have to go and pay the money. Simple as that. But we'll find a way of getting one. Perhaps then right Gale to Napoli as a part of the deal, but I doubt it if they want him at Napoli.
Wait,
no, that's I'll tell you what, though, you never know. I mean, Chris Smalling and Tammy Abraham have sorted it out, sort of thing. You know what I mean? So hey ho, we should see. Got one. Think they should spend most money on a quality right winger, Diaby. Would you take Diaby for Bush Leverkusen?
Oh yeah, definitely. Again, we're not a problem with these sort of players are that we can't say like 3 or 4 of these players. They're all quite expensive. Now, Newcastle, I do think need especially a right winger. I didn't even know who got anymore. Murphy, Almiron. I mean, there's not really anyone there. I think Eddie Howe needs good areas everywhere on the pitch so you can rotate the squad around and change formation if he needs to. I think that's extremely important to play well all the way throughout the season, especially when injuries pop up. So we do need to definitely get a right winger for sure. I hope we do get someone like that. But for now, though, I think we've got to stay a little bit calm. I think we will spend a good amount of money, but I don't think we're going to sign this many good players. I think with Botman, though, definitely a good shout. I definitely will keep an eye on that one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always said that Botman is good to East Milan. I mean, if he comes to Newcastle, I've got to pay £100 in the food bank, and I'll be happy to do that. And he'll definitely stay at Brentford if they offer 10k a week less than us. That Gabby Bonghole, by the way. Oh my God, he's an absolute muppet. He really, really is. Vegas is worse than the wood. I agree. Southgate's the wrong manager. He's not going to win this now. I have to agree. He won't. No, he's not good enough. And Fox at Southgate, who'd get Bielsa in. Imagine the beautiful football we would play. What do you think of that, Bielsa, England manager? Can you imagine that?
No, I wouldn't take Bielsa England, though. I did like Leeds, but I think Leeds had a massive balance issue. I think that the team wasn't good enough to attack and defend all game. They haven't had the work for it to do that, and they just weren't that good. I think Leeds were a decent team, but I think it was just working the players too hard, and ultimately you just completely collapsed. And all you just stayed because Newcastle were able to beat Burnley.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm with you. There are no good enough strikers in the Premier League. First, they will try and rob us. Second, not good enough, in my opinion. That's some truths. Brentford stepped up to give Ericsson a chance in football when no other club had the bottle to do so. We should stay loyal to Brentford, to be fair. It's almost Denmark anyway, so you should feel right at home because Thomas Frank is the manager. They've got Jensen as well. I think they've got another lad as well. So I think if he does stay with Brentford, big up to Brentford, by the way, and Natalie Sawyer as well. And get Callum playing for England. Burn, Target, Trippier, captain. Never give Shelby a chance. Do you think one of our players should play for England? Wilson should play for England. Dan Burn.
No, I wouldn't pick either, to be honest. I think Wilson, I mean, he used to do well all season long, especially the English strikers. I can't see him getting in again, to be honest. I think Dan Burn, maybe potentially in a couple of years' time, he plays really well, but at the minute, no. Even though obviously got people like Harry Maguire in there who have been crap this season. But Southgate's quite loyal, as you can see from the selection. He picks players that he's been with for years, which I don't agree with. I think we should pick players based on performances, not based on loyalty and experience. So for me, I wouldn't pick Burn or Wilson, but I also wouldn't have some of the players in the England squad. I just don't think the selection's all there.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you, by the way. Again, you talk sense, don't you? And we all got to listen to you. That's what we got you there. Thoughts on Jordan Pickford's performance for England yesterday? What me personally, right? I mean, he did a couple of good saves, yeah, but he couldn't do that about the penalty kick. But look, at the end of the day, he wasn't really serious tested. He made a cracking save before Hungary found one over the bar. But other than that, I'm not a fan of Pickford at all whatsoever. I've always been a massive fan of Aaron Ramsdale as well. I mean, Ramsdale should be playing in the World Cup, by the way, so number one. But this guy, I'm sorry, but what do you think, Adam?
But Pickford, well, to be honest, I think Pickford's actually had a good season with Everton. I think he's probably one of the only guys that's actually improved from last year. So, yeah, I think he had a great time at the Euro. So I definitely would give him a chance at the World Cup, even though he's a Mackem. I don't like that part. But he is honestly a good goalkeeper. I'm not going to sit here and obviously the Sunday Newcastle bias stuff. He's a good goalkeeper. I think you have another good tournament. I'm not looking forward to watching it because England are just going to sit back, 5 defenders, and just this is horrible negative football. I think we could get potentially the quarter semis, depending on how we go over with what team we get. But ultimately, I think the South American team's going to win it. I don't think England are ever do well when it's outside of Europe. So I think it's just going to be a nightmare, really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, about the official Newcastle channel, there will be a video about him later on today. Pretty much he just talks utter crap. So yeah, I'm going to do a reaction video to that later. I mean, you see what I'm on about, but honestly, there's a chat out there. It's just ridiculous some of the videos put out.
Wow, not good. But hey, it's all it is. It's their channel, your channel. You can do what you want, yeah. But then the piece can't make a decision. But there you go. Big up to John and Adam. I'm not going to criticize your channel. You got a good setup, by the way. Great to find you both and watch all your videos. Love the content, Barbara. We love you as too. And Bob, if you want to come on my channel, let us know. And then if you're on Facebook or Twitter or whatever socials you are on, I send a link. Just come on, have a chat. She's excellent, Barbara. She talks a lot of sense. And guys, if you haven't already, 90 of us is watching, smash the likes, subscribe, etc. You know exactly what to do. And yes, they've hit the channel, reported a couple of times, fake news and misinformation, and yet we keep getting clicking.
It's actually quite funny to me. Well, as a parody, if you actually watch it and just know that it's a load of crap, that you actually want to try the videos because they're just funny. Honestly, just sit there and just enjoy them. I don't know why. I don't know how weird or something, but I actually just think they're hilarious.
Fair enough. We'll say too much, but people's got their own contraception there. Got their own opinion, but we'll see. Big up to Sam as well. How much do you think we'll spend this window? I'll say about 150, 200 million this season.
I hope so. Personally, for me, I went for about the same what we do in January, so about 90 million. So 90 to about 100 million. I really hope we splash that much, but no, I don't think we will just yet.
No, fair enough. I'm waiting for the videos where Adam goes to Brazil and ride on Bruno's dad's taxi. That's hope
we go to Brazil one day. That'll be hilarious.
Oh man, that'd be brilliant. Go to Qatar, that'd be amazing. I've still got 10 days holidays left to book, so I could still do Qatar if I want to, but I don't know if I'm going to get a ticket. Kansai Joe, again, the World Cup squad. Fred Casemiro were brilliant again against Korea with Fabio, Bruno, and Claudinho as backup. Yeah, I can't see it getting in. It's a Mackin channel with the clickbait. When I ask Joe Walker for prize, I'll put a tenner on to get top 4 and all money to Food Bank and Steve Hasty. I think it'll be more than 9-1. Good for you, by the way. South Africa, John? Joking, of course. And angry, nothing they waited for you. Oh, fair enough. See what you mean, Davey. I've been frustrated having to play week in, week out in the Everton side. You should stick to driving coaches. Fair enough. If you can't get Nunes or Osimhen, what about Denny or Pedro? Excuse me. Emmanuel Denny. Would you take Denny for Watford or?
Watford's a tricky one because I think they played
all
start of the season. I think it's like Saw had a really good time at the start of the year, but I think all of them just sort of dip in quality quite a bit, and it's just I don't know. If you can get them for cheap, then I wouldn't say no, but are really going to improve in the players we have them. I mean, I think he's slightly improving the likes of Murphy, for example, but I don't think he's going to be anyone that's really going to transform the team or help out massively with what we have.
Yeah, absolutely. Got Joe Willock, #1 fan. Big up to you. Nice to my favourites YouTubers. Knights, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. Sorry, mate. I mean, just for comment. Larry, what kind of time keeping is this? That's from Brian. Foxy Paqueta as well, of course, a bit in midfield. Yeah, yes, the jokes. Of course I do. Would you guys take English #1? No. Hey, you said a question of the game now. I've got to time you out. Do not say that.
Yeah.
It's just because we're the richest club in the world, it's a joke. And man, so swap ASM with Son. That ain't gonna happen. Surely not. That'd be a question. You take it, wouldn't you? Would you take it?
Oh, Son is one of the best players in the world, of course. But he's so good.
He's class player, Son. Brilliant. ASM Son, your top players. 50 mil is a joke. That's some dads by dads. Please smash the subscribe me if you can. That'd be brilliant. Villa signed a deal with W88 in 1988. Yeah, I can remember that, by the way. Big ups to 1,023 watching those likes. 1,023.
Watching, I think it's a foul.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice. I've got 1,023 watching live. That'd be amazing. Thanks. 104. I changed it quickly. 87 for around 78 mil, I would sell. Good player for us, but you can use that money on 2 to 3 players. I don't think ASM will leave the club. Roman Yaremchuk for another striker and Selwood. I think he's a decent striker, by the way. I can't lie. He is a decent striker. He holds the ball at the play. He can run. He can score goals. Does he play for Genk? He plays for Genk, doesn't he? He plays for Genk in Belgium. I'm sure he does.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
European football, as you know. And we wrap this up as well. To me, if the current owners are gambling sponsor of our shirts, then great by me being anti-gambling. That's from Graham. Fair enough. Big up to Dude, by the way. Hi to you. Big up to Eagle as well. I'll be on this channel, by the way. Congrats to Adam. Thank you very much indeed.
Cheers, pal. Hope you're doing well.
Hope doing well. This team has done a great season under Patrick Vieira. Big up to Spider, by the way. Just got back from work. What have I missed? I'll go back to the end of the show. Thanks, guys. It's just basically just transfers and this and that, and Adam's YouTube podcasting career. And everyone's saying that big up as well. When it comes to Wood, anyone would drive him out of Newcastle. Would you keep Chris Wood for another season, or would you just keep him as a backup player?
Yes, I would keep him another season. I know 2 goals is just not what he wanted to see from a striker on half a season, but the 2 goals he did score, though, were actually 2 very important goals. Of course, the equaliser against Southampton and the winner against, I can't remember who it was. Palace, who was it? It was against, no, Albion scored against Palace. He scored a winner against someone with a penalty kick. So, yeah, I think another season, yes, then I would get rid of afterwards. For now, if he's just someone that's there ready to come on, but he's so slow. The way he moves to the ball, he's just not good. He's not gelling with the team. He's not fit well for me.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, I mean, probably back up, but if he goes on to a loan somewhere, probably like a Fulham, probably like a Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth would be perfect for him, by the way. I think he'd do out there. But, you know, he'd probably do with Dominic Solanke as well. Big up to David and Susan, by the way. Class contents, thank you so much indeed, mate. I really appreciate that. Lads, we're opening a podcast studio in our shop when we open in July, and I'd love it if you 2 lads wanted to come in and film with us on our NE1 TV channel with Jade. Ian will love that, mate. I'll love that. Would you, Adam? I'll definitely do it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be available at some point, yeah.
Absolutely, same here. And we've got one from The Voice as well. And Josh Trans does content. Well, wow.
Okay.
Wow. Let's get the stream to 100 likes and 2 legends. Thank you very much indeed. Also, do smash Adam's channel as well. You need to subscribers as well. And would not mind doing that too, Ian. That's from Louis. I'm sure there's another one there as well. Grimaldo never plays at Roma, Spanish left back, all play for Barca B before moving to Benfica for about $1 million. He might stay at Benfica longer, but to be nationalised for Portugal cap, I was wrong. I think of another Portugal player, by the way. Could be wrong. Yeah, how do you think you're going to do next season, Adam, next season with the players you're going to buy? How many do you think you're going to buy? And how many people do you think, we are going to sign, and etc.?
Well, I think we're going to say about 6 or 7. I think we'll sell about the same. I mean, I didn't even know about what players are going to sell yet. I'm pretty confident there's a decent amount of them that's going to go, especially like the Clark Gill. Just got no chance, really. I mean, the players we're going to bring in, as your man, you top me.
Yes.
Glory John. But as for next season, I said it before, I think we spent about 90 to 100 million. As for players we bring in, I think we're definitely saying Target or Lodi. I think Dean Henderson are coming on a loan. I've gone to him at the minute. As far as I'm aware, Newcastle is trying to figure out if they want to get him on a loan or a permanent deal now, or it's this little bits and bobs in his contract. So that one looks good from what the media is reporting as. Obviously, Ekitike, I think, will come in, as the report stated yesterday. As for our players, I think we'll sign a centre-half. I'm hoping it's Botman. If not, I think we'll sign a decent centre-half that's going to be a player that will probably start ahead of Shaw. If not, we'll take with Shaw. As for our players, we need definitely a right winger. I think a centre midfielder may bring a Norway in for squad depth. It might not be an amazing player, but a lot of work would be done. There'll be a lot of little bits and bobs being sorted around in the team to improve the squad depth, and so Eddie Howe can rotate the team as well as change the formation for particular games. I think that's probably Eddie Howe's biggest problem. I think against the likes of Manchester City away, the reason we get destroyed 5-0 is because he's playing a full-back attacking football against it, which I love. I love the confidence and almost cockiness, you could say, to do that. But
Yes.
Manchester City are arguably the best team in world football, and we're going to rip us to shreds every single day of the week. So I don't think it's the smartest idea to do that. But listen, what would you rather do? Go fire the back and potentially sneak a result, or go forward the back and play exciting football and almost be guaranteed to lose the game? So it just depends what the Newcastle fans want. But I do think we need the option there to be able to switch formations and be able to change tactics for particular teams. So I think it's quite important we bring the overall players in to be able to do that. But I expect we'll have a great window. Don't get me wrong.
Adam, you could not have said any better, man. I mean, you had a goal. You had a right goal against Man City, but you just said it there. It just picked us off so quickly. Excuse me. And we're going to get ripped to shreds. It could have been more goals, by the way, but we could have took our chances, by the way. Chris Wood had a good chance, and Callum Wilson already came on, should have scored. But look, it is what it is. And next season, let's get the scores down a bit. Big up to Jim, by the way. Great to see you as well. Great to see Adam and Channel John. Love talking about the rumours, Nunez, the Ivy, etc. Thank you very much indeed for that. Big up to Andrew B. Hope you're okay, mate. It's exciting time for Newcastle, probably after the under-20 tournament. There's Tony the Red. I think he's waiting for Macy to come on later on. Big up to you, Brad, as well. Thanks for coming on yesterday. Big up to you too. Hope you're well. I'm absolutely fantastic, Brad. Hope you're okay too. Literally 1 away from 200. Wow. How did he do it, Addy? How did he do it? He's only on 150 yesterday. Wow, big up. Everything saying that Eggs is half the budget. 50 mil for Maxi and Son. Just going to fly as well, 50 million. And go 5 as best we can. You know, make that Benfica. I thought you said Tungenk, by the way. I do apologise. I got it wrong again, didn't I? Would you take David Ginola back as a coaching role at Newcastle?
Well, I have no idea what he'd be like as a coach. I think we do need legends in, but I would have more of an ambassador role. So they'd be like, for example, they'd be going out with different countries and promoting the team. I think, for example, when Newcastle go on a trip to Saudi Arabia, or go on a trip we're going to Portugal, obviously, for the Benfica match. You could have an ambassador going there. Someone like Ginola could go around just smile and wave at everyone and try and promote the club. I feel like that's what the legends would be best at. Maybe some could do in the coaching role, but I don't know what qualifications he got. I don't know how good of a coach he could be. So I can't be sitting here and tell you that Gino will be a great coach, because I don't know. But I do think ambassador will always be great for the likes.
Yeah. Go give another 10 more minutes so before we wrap up, by the way. So get your comments in very quickly. Big up to Vincent. Adam, what's your thoughts on Dean Henderson? Apparently, we've agreed terms, personal terms, and it's just a case of whether Man you want to loan or sell. And also as well, and I think there's one on there as well that now said, John Adam, would you take Dean Henderson and Jesse Lingard to United? Would you take Dean or would you take Jesse?
Some people might not agree this, but I would actually take Lingard still. Obviously, the problem with him at the minute is that he's completely priced himself out of the move because he wants like 150 grand a week. Now, if he can cut the crap essentially and actually agree to smaller wages, I think he would improve the squad, especially at West Ham. I think he did make quite a big impact for them. And he's the sort of player there that every now and again, when you bring him on, he'll just make an impact. I think with the pace he has on him, he's just someone that it will add a little bit more to the team. I don't think he's a great signing, but I think he is someone that will come in and just make a little bit of a difference, which is what Newcastle kind of need at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to wait and see. If he comes in, I'm going to back him all the way, because Eddie Howe wants to have a goalkeeper place from the back and plays with his feet as well, like a super keeper, like Edison style. But I'm not saying Dean Henderson's Edison, but that's what he wants. And if you can get him sort of in the back, it's done all right. But his distribution is not the greatest. But I mean, are you a DeBacca fan?
I would definitely keep DeBacca, yes. But I think all the goalkeepers have had dodgy spells this season. DeBacca, he's getting older now. He is getting older. I think he's about 32, 33. Now, I know goalkeepers can last quite a while, but I think we do need a fresh goalkeeper to definitely at least give some competition, if not start. Dean Henderson is someone that will do that. A former England international, he had a great time with Sheffield United. Never really got the game time at Manchester United. I know when he did play, he made a few mistakes now and again, but I do like him. I think he'd be a great one to bring if on loan, if not in a full-time deal. So, yeah, I would take him. I'm a fan of Dean Henderson. I think Newcastle just need a new goalkeeper as an overall plan. I haven't been the biggest fan of the goalkeepers this year.
Fair enough. Got one from Annie, so perfect for Bournemouth from Christopher. Absolutely not, John. It's just a wind up, by the way. Keep up the great work, John, and I love the sort of thing you're doing. Keep us in touch with transfers. Keep it up. We will do. I'll be doing the transfer show with Macy on Tuesday evening. It'll probably be a later time, probably about 6:30, but I shall let her know on this as well. Big up to Jules. So did John show the message I've deleted? I don't know which message was that, Jules. There are so many. You're gonna have to send it again if you can. For Fana Alonso will be a good shout. Yes, I take them all day long. And say surprise, surprise. And are you giving Baz credit? That is correct. Yes, I mean, he's got a chance of dealing right with that one as well. Yeah, 113. Thanks a lot, Paul. Big up to Foxy. I will keep words back up, throw him on the last 10, 15, defend the lead, or play more direct in need of a goal. 2023-4 season, maybe move him on. And big up to Travel Cheerson. Bob Borsa, the striker who went quite what you think, boys, and news on him. That's gone quiet, Adam, on Gabriel Barbosa for Flamengo.
I haven't heard anything about him since January. I don't think I've heard anything about it in the summer. So no, I don't think we'll go anywhere near, to be honest. Obviously, like Tiki coming in, he's going to be a massive signing.
Yeah,
I can't. I want us to get another striker, but I just don't think Newcastle will. I think there's other areas in the pitch that they will focus on first.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Lordy gives the feeling of change formation. He can play left back, left wing back as well. Also play on the left if needs to be. Eddie Howe should have the keys to City Newcastle. If he gets in the top 6, then I think he should. Real talk, I think he should. Hope you guys are well. Do you think we signed the army? Looks unreal. That's in David. 50-50 on that one. We had 50-50 on that one. I don't know what Leverkusen want to do with him. Couple away from 600 views. That'd be fantastic. Thanks, Louis. Eddie should have the keys to the Toon, bit like Superman, the keys to the city. That's now. Couple away from 600. Thanks a lot. I think it would be a big move on Friday. New player shirts and sponsors. It's been different days, Adam. It's going to be sponsored. It's news. It's going to be a sign-in. News is going to be a sponsor. No one knows. No one knows about this.
I don't think Newcastle will make multiple announcements at once. I think Newcastle, in a business sense, it would be better for them to announce things separately. Now, with doing stuff like that, it takes a lot of planning, and I don't think there's no way in hell that they would announce all that without somebody leaking information or a journalist coming out. No, I think they would announce stuff separately. To be honest, I wish they could do something like that. It'd be so amazing to see a player sponsor and all sorts coming out at once. But no, I think the club will announce stuff separately because the thing that they like doing is when they announce stuff separately, it builds more hype. So when it comes out, more people react to that individual thing. Whereas you put 3 things in at once, the reaction won't be as sort of out there. It's hard to explain, but it'll be a lesser reaction, I think, when you announce all in. Whereas if you announce 3 different things at different times, does that make any sense?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, again, you're absolutely right. It's your answers as well. And I'll just on the back of it as well. I take Tino back at the top for team morale. They might all be drunk before kickoff. Be nice to see him again, but cool. Looking forward to the first interview with Ashworth. That's from Roy. I can't wait for that, by the way. Look at John's comment. I like you, John. I do like you, but what about this Josh Strike, Lauren Martinez? He's not come to Newcastle, number 1. Number 2, he's a fantastic player. I love that guy. For keepers, I take Sanchez from Brighton and like the rumours of Diogo Costa as well. And Rexy as well, also mentioned him as well. What do you think of Sanchez for Brighton as a keeper?
From what I've seen of him against us, obviously he got sent off in the first game against. I mean, the keeper always has to do that, to be fair. He looks good. From what I've seen of him, he does look good. But I think Brighton would charge big money for their main keeper, and it's just someone I think Newcastle are just better off with Dean Henderson. You don't have to spend any money there. Just get him on a loan deal, no messing around. It's just like that. No time to really you need to prepare it. It's just nice and sorted. And I think Newcastle should spend their money elsewhere. I don't think the goalkeeper is the worst thing in the world. I just think we need another goalkeeper in there to make sure there's some competition to make sure that the keepers are doing their job really. So, obviously it'd be great to see, but I think it's bigger fish to fry.
Absolutely. Someone did their tools, by the way. What I'll do, send that message again, right? I didn't do anything. Do it again. Have a look at it, and I'll add you on again, tools, yeah? So what happened there, I just don't know. I do not know what's happened there at all, mate, but I'll get you back on, mate. Someone must have done it by mistake, but it wasn't me. If Eddie Howe wants a Lingard, I back him in Eddie Howe we trust. Cheers, boys. Keep up the good work. Travel cheers and thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Thanks, David. I think Barce's sleep deprived saying because getting Pepe for Arsenal. No chance. No Pepe for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Right,
Arsenal bought for like £70 million. So, I mean, how much will we have to pay for him? Well, obviously, I don't know where he gets his information from, so I can't exactly come out here and say it's incorrect, because I don't know. But no, I don't think it's a likely one that would happen. I can't see Pepe come to Newcastle at all.
Not a chance. Not a chance. We never know, but I wouldn't take him anyway. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Miss Lily. If you just get a tick in, Wilson gets injured. Hugo, not there yet, but he's stuck with Wood. Again, don't think our owners want that at all. I agree, Charles. I agree. To feel a new player that shows him in jersey, so you have to announce the sponsor in jersey first. That's a good shout. Hi, lads. About this line defense, Jules Grande. That ain't going to happen. If he's going to leave Sevilla, he'll go to Chelsea. And news on Botman. Milan's going to know on Wednesday. Lodi, that's still ongoing. And Victor Osimhen, we've got no chance of getting him, by the way. Absolutely no chance as well. And big up to Matey, by the way. Love you lots, by the way. I'll be on the show at 6 o'clock tonight, so please keep your eyes peeled for that. And I hope you're okay, by the way. And going to make a couple more comments before we're going to wrap up, because thanks to John, gone longer for 4 hours, getting the wash hours up. I'd love to, but Adam's a busy guy and he's got other things to do. Sanchez, good at his feet and guess good numbers of clean sheets as well. I have to agree. And all that's about time. Hit the subscribe button, mate. They come with a player with St. James or a new shirt to wear. It's open over here, John. Send us a comment, Jules, after the show, and I'll get you back on mod, mate. Yeah, that should never have gone at all. Jules, the comments on mod, but you showed it. That's what True's meant. What do you mean, Adam? Jules deleted the comments.
I don't know. There's a problem with your moderators. I don't know, John. I'm not really.
I showed it, didn't I? Sorry, I know what you mean now. Yeah, Jules, send us that comment, mate, and I'll just click you in again. Sanchez, no to Lucas Diaz head off against Liverpool. I like him, but better options at cheaper prices. Alfredo, Ramirez, Unai Simon, Lafont. I take the latter. 200% take the latter. Big up to now. Thanks again, mate. We should put Chris Wood on the skip. About Jovic from Real Madrid. I tell you what, I'll take him. I think he'd do all right in the Premier League, but it's at Frankfurt in a minute on loan. Now said, Marston, great job, John. You're working as well. Thank you very much indeed. That's all I like to see. Raya, what about Raya from Brentford?
Again, yeah, but I just can't see Brentford selling any of their players at all. I think they want to United, especially after their first season in the Premier League. It's always argues a bit of a first season look for teams. I think the second season, if you stay in the second season, you got a good chance of being a decent Premier League team.
Yeah. Absolutely, I totally agree. I mean, Raya, that'll be on the short list of goalkeepers. Diogo Costa, great ball distribution. Porto, what a fortune as usual. And I tell you what, if you want a goalkeeper plays with his feet, yeah, I think this keeper's going to be absolutely fantastic. I really do. Good afternoon, John Adam P. How are you guys this fine afternoon? Any news on how the Ekateke deal is going to come off? Go on, I'll let you answer that question.
Well, there's been a few more reports coming out today saying that things are just set, really. I mean, the big ones yesterday about him being a deal that's going to be completed in principle, it's just at that stage again. But the fact he's away in international duty, I mean, it could be a while before this deal gets announced. But yeah, I do think this one's in the bag. I said it yesterday, I still stand by it today. And there's no conflicting reports that go against that. Everything still looks really good for this one. So yeah, I fully expect him to be joining Newcastle within the next week or so.
Yeah. Or after when under 20 tournaments is all that as well. We try so hard, John. Joke, of course. You know what? It's Jules. All in my mouth's doing fantastic. Thank you much indeed. Fantastic streams to two legends, John and Adam. Let's get 100 likes. These two ledge. Smash the likes up to everyone. Free costs you absolutely now. Great show. Thanks, Jules. Love you lots, man. Love you lots as well, Rachel. Great show, lads. And top show, lads. Looking forward to meet up again. Definitely in. Guys, going to wrap up there because we're going to over an hour. And Adam's quite a busy guy. But before I let you go, Adam, I've already backstage. Tell us where you find your socials, man.
Well, it's just Adam Pearson on YouTube. If you just type my name and any social media site, it'll probably pop up, to be honest. Obviously, for today, we'll be uploading a video later on. I don't know what time, probably about 6ish or so, but there will be a video on today. Quite a funny one, actually. But obviously, appreciate the support as always. I can't wait to get pre-season on the way. I can't wait to see the transfer window open. There'll be plenty of content on the channel. I'm off to Benidorm for week on Tuesday, so I'll have a little bit of a break, I suppose, but I'll still get plenty of videos out. And once I'm back, we'll get started with the transfer window. I'm excited for that, John, but appreciate having me on, so thank you so much.
No problems at all. No problems. So don't go away yet, by the way. Go into comments very quickly. The things we won't get unveiled in Sandstorm strips are announced. Jovic, 3 goals in the last 50. Sure you want them, John? Not now, I don't. Not now, I don't. See you later, people. And you, Jules, thanks for being a mod here. Thanks, you've done a fantastic job, my guy. And you, Rachel, as well. Thank you so much indeed. Everyone saying now, thumbs up as well. Top lad Adam from Ian. Take care, everyone. Well done, live chats and mods, John and Adam. Thank you now. Love you, man. And take Guy, Adam and John, and take Kane Mentasir. Cheers, John and John Shaw, my man. Big up Ian. Big up to Ash. And also big up to Mansell's where staying Sticky Vicky.
I'm going to go with my parents on that one, so I don't think I'm going to go see her, but I'll keep that in mind, though. Thank
you. Cool. And let's get John 100 before he gets out. Yep, absolutely. Great show for Jim. Thanks to me at 2 Jude Legends. Great work from both. Keep it up. Always look forward to the uploads, Liam. Thanks so much indeed, mate. And if you like the video, like what you see, you know exactly what to do. Smash the likes, subscribe, share. Also, if you'd like to become a member, click on the join button. And this, if it's a chance worth a super chat, then just give what you can. And I should be back this evening at 6 o'clock on Macy's channel, Devils United. So please join us for that. We're doing a transfer show, and it'll be my team, her team, and others as well. So please keep your eyes peeled for that one. And thank you so much. 120 people watched this show live, Adam. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, so made up. Thanks so much indeed, people. And I shall see you guys later on. Don't go ahead, and I shall speak to you very, very soon. Take care, people.